hello, Mellow Darklings, Carmea Stone here, and this is a different audio recording because, of course, like for some freaking usual, my audio didn't record on this one. So, a lot of the scenes where I'm like moving my mouse around and stuff, I'm gonna try and probably get out of those as much as possible. So, without further ado, you'll probably get to more of the parts where I will be voicing the characters. So, let us skip forward, shall we? Thanks for coming. It's been centuries since we got the three of us together. I don't know why we didn't do this, like, I don't know, right away? What's up, witches? And you bet, magic life can get so chaotic sometimes that we forget to enjoy it. Yeah, it makes me so happy to see the two of you together. Tell me about some adventure I missed. I took Jasmine hunting once. What? Really? Oh my, she did, and never again, I tell you. Jasmine really would make a fine Demon Hunter. That Sand Dweller didn't stand a chance. Jasmine planted some magical seeds in the dunes, and in a matter of minutes, boom! A big fucking vine emerged out of the white sand, strangling the Demon. It was horrible. I only had to slice that fucker's throat. The stench of blood. Ugh! I don't know how you do it, Dahlia. Then she spent the whole evening building a grave for the worm. It was beautiful, though, wasn't it? Oh, I would have loved to have been there. I missed you so much. Me too. My first order of business will be to ban fucking exile so we can go on adventures again. Are you nervous about the elections? You can't imagine. I'm cool. More excited than anything. On the one hand, I'm not worried because whoever wins in the end, the Covenant's gonna be well looked after. On the other hand, I want what's best for the Covenant, and I truly believe my program is the safest bet. Just to be clear, I do think you'd make for a lovely leader. Playing it safe is the death of progress, Jasmine. But aren't we all well already? We just need to iron out Adana's more abusive politics and put some love into the community. That's because the status quo benefits you. Think about all the novices and all the witches who don't fit in that orderly vision, myself included. My plan is not to start a revolution, but to level the playing field. It's not fair that power is held by the eldest. Novices need to be guided, though. Think about what we had just ascended. We weren't in any shape to be making important decisions. I don't know about that. Age has its own setbacks. What do you think, Fortuna? Well, about that. I guess it's time to make my stance clear. I'm ready for leader myself. What? Oh my, but aren't you exiled? Patricia's gonna help me run the campaign. In fact, it was her who practically forced me into this venture. Okay, and what's your deal? I'm not really sure yet. We still have to define our program. My sister is dead set on having my divination at the helm of the new government. That'd be quite an asset, alright. Have you really thought this through? I doubt a criminal has much of a chance at leadership. Whoa, that's a bit strong. I'm not a criminal, Jasmine. Part of the plan of becoming the next leader is to eradicate unfair punishments. So you actually want to meet us to declare war, huh? Not war, I just thought it'd be proper to let you know firsthand. I really think that no matter who wins, the future is bright. Yeah, that's what I like to think. But the stress of competing against you two is a bit overwhelming. Why don't we use this opportunity to promise that no matter what, we'll still be friends after the race is over? No promises needed. I never had a doubt about it. Likewise, we'll always be friends. Thank you. I don't know what I would do if I lost you. You won't. I love you. I love you too. I love you 3. Oh, fuck off. Okay, the next week's about to get pretty busy. I'd better leave and start preparing my knives. Figuratively sleeping, I understand? No, literally. I'm a daggersmith. That's what I do. No need to stab anyone, though. I hope. Okay, you two take care. Okay. See you soon. Take care, both of you. Bye. Thanks for coming. Lois just sitting there, and then they just flew right through him. Everything's set to go. Get your shit in order, because it's about to get real. Let me know when you're ready, and we'll review the program and campaign plan. How are you? Ready and focused. Good. Hold on to that fuel. Did you meet with Dahlia and Jasmine? Yes, I did. How did they take it? They didn't show it, but I know they weren't happy. It's only natural. They both wanted you on their side because they know how fundamental your talents are for this campaign. I'm sure they're terrified now that they know you're running against them. I don't know. They're way more prepared than me. They're just bothered about the nuisance. We can't really be that naive. If we play our cards right, we're gonna sweep the polls. Maybe. Okay, allow me to give you a rundown of what's ahead. We have to define a program and a plan. First, we'll analyze our opponents and I'll interview you to see where we stand on the main issues. Then, we'll sketch and review a program. Once we get something solid, we'll form a team and schedule some campaign actions to get the ball rolling. The date for the election in Congress hasn't been decided yet. We're against the clock as of now. All clear? Yes. Good. First of all, did someone tell you about the 5 pillars of the Coven? You know, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Do you need me to explain them to you? I remember choosing her about again because I needed more explanation again. Thorough. That's good. Here's the deal. There are 5 key directives that keep our Coven's cogs turning. Yeah. As I said, judgment, law enforcement, forbidden arts, mortal affairs, and witch duties. Make good note of them. Judgment is about how we deal with conflicts within the Coven, how we determine who's at fault and such. It's also the executive branch, where the Coven is going and how we deal with major events. Until now, we've had runic judgment, which basically consisted of Adana consulting with the gods and us blindly swallowing whatever she fed us. Then we have law enforcement. That's how the Coven punishes anyone who did something wrong or forbidden as determined by judgment. Right now, as you're well aware, we send infractors into exile for a variable amount of time depending on the severity of their actions. Can our slogan be, fuck you, exile? Very punk. It may work. Next, forbidden arts. That's how we deal with perilous magic and knowledge, such as summoning behemoths, necromancy, etc. The current directive is that when the Coven determines that something could put our community at risk, we ban it. Then there's mortal affairs. That's how we deal with humans and, as traditionally put, other lesser beings. Lesser beings isn't animals or any life form that doesn't have access to magic, actually. Fuck that term, by the way. Adana determined that mortals should be exploited and manipulated at witch's convenience. Did you know that Adana wanted to cause World War III on Earth? What? Why? To harvest energy from mortals. Fucking bastard. We still have a celebration pending to send her off to hell. You bet. Last but not least, there are the witch duties. That defines what obligations members have to the Coven. Right now, we have these obnoxious quarterly controls Adana imposed on us to check on our progress. You skipped them thanks to exile, but damn if they haven't been a pain in the ass. Also, should a witch fail to deliver, they'll eventually lose their membership. Imagine the strain that's put on many of our sisters. I would have gladly done my homework in exchange for freedom, though. And no, but still. Luckily, the controls are suspended until after the elections, and many of us are hoping that they will be cancelled forever. Nice. Until 5 of them, right? Yes, but for these elections is an additional critical point to the race. What to do with Adana's corpse. Oh, right. The Coven is divided between devouring her, making the 100 members that we already have right now more powerful, or scattering her remains throughout the cosmos so more witches can ascend, making the Coven more diverse. What's your stance on that? I don't have a strong opinion on it. I'm fine with either becoming more powerful or welcoming more witches. But make no mistake, it's one of the hottest topics in the lessons, so whatever you choose, be ready for a storm. Understood. Internalize these issues, take your time, let me know when you're ready to continue. Done? Done. Good. Let's start dissecting our rivals then. Who do you want to start with? You choose. Alright, Dahlia then. I chose my girl. I do. Dahlia is not from Earth. On our home planet, politics have evolved and twisted more than anything else in the explored universe. She comes from the demonic Desertlands, where matriarchy-based warlordism and chieftainship are the primary forms of organization, even nowadays. I'm not saying to underestimate her, but we can expect her to not be well prepared to navigate the intricacies of a political campaign. On the other hand, Dahlia's politics seem to be very different from her homeworld's. From what I've gathered, her focus seems to be collectivizing the Coven's duties and responsibilities, distributing the Coven's power horizontally. Level the playing field is practically her slogan. Whoa, how'd you manage to get all that info in so little time? I'm an archivist and all this public domain. No sweat. Now focus. Her program to achieve this is judgment by referendum. Dahlia argues that in a community this compact, we should have the account for every member's input, regardless of their background or preparation. Enforcement. None whatsoever. She believes in an amicable resolution. And should dialogue fail, she wants to leave the matter in the hands of the arbitrator's office. Her point being that we don't need to police ourselves when we already have the magical pact. Forbidden arts. Allow free access to any kind of magic and control them through education, not banning. Mortal affairs. Cut all ties with mortals. Dahlia believes we're too privileged to be messing with people's lives. She thinks we should leave them be and focus on the cosmic and the magical. Witch duties, magical tax. Have every member of the Coven share a percentage of their magic output to pool resources for the benefit of the clan. And finally, she believes we should scatter Donna's remains so more witches can ascend and our Coven can become more diverse. As you can see, Dahlia is betting on a kind-hearted community that requires goodwill to work. Almost utopic, I must say. What do you think is the best strategy to undermine her program? Expose her naivety. Faith and goodwill is ridiculous. Good one. The ideal community she wants to paint a picture of isn't a reality. We'll focus on conveying that to the rest of the Coven. Okay, now let's capitalize on your intimate knowledge about your rival. What would you say is Dahlia's strongest point? Her determination. She is battle ready. Indeed. Dahlia is going to be the hardest to throw off her game. If possible to intimidate or overwhelm, she's likely to force us to be her on defense rather than offense when deal with her. We can't expect to beat her on those grounds, but we need to at least aim to match her determination, to get a bite of her cake. It promises to be tough, but I believe in you. Alright, what about her weaknesses? What is Dahlia's most critical flaw? These plans benefit the powerful and forsake novices. Interesting. If we adopt this strategy, we may polarize the Coven's opinions, but in the long run we could gather the support of the young and weak, plus the support of the most compassionate elders. It may do the trick. Good. Now to assist the candidate herself, let us use your privileged info on Jasmine. What would you say is Jasmine's strongest point? Her charming mother-like aura. Right. A mother figure could become the prom queen of this race. Many voted to decide based on instinct rather than analysis, and Jasmine's persona promises to be an excellent caretaker for the lot of us. We need to expose her ugly sides to distort those motherly attributes. Now to her flaws. What would you say is Jasmine's weakest point? Her compassion. That smells like more of a virtue, but you're right. Compassion is something exploitable in its own way. Taking pity on your rivals can be the ruin of a leader. We could also point out how some of her policies will cause suffering for some people. We could throw her off her game by toying with her pity. I feel bad doing this. Toughen up, Fortuna. Her advisors will be doing the same about you, no doubt. Plus, these are emergency resources. If we play our cards right, we can hope for a clean victory. Focus on bringing your best game, and I won't have to push any ugly buttons. Talk about pressure. Alright, now for the third candidate. What, there's more? Of course. No one told you? No, who is it? No one truly thinks she possesses any threat to Dahlia or Jasmine, but she's a candidate nonetheless. We should study her. I believe this dark horse has a chance of surprising us all. Tell me who it is already, come on! Cupressa, the historian witch. The eldest witch in our coven. She precedes even Adana. Cupressa is originally from Earth, but ascended way before humanity started even writing. She has an infallible memory. All events get registered inside her tree rings. We've worked together many times as the Coven's archives. It's a never-ending enterprise to register all her knowledge on paper. The thing is that she's always played a secondary role in the Coven, with just supporting us with her wisdom. But apparently, Pressa isn't a fan of change, isn't happy with the direction Jasmine or Dahlia want to take the Coven, so the first time she's running for leader. Her program is easy to sum up. She wants to keep things exactly as Adana left them. Moreover, she advocates for preserving Adana's corpse as some sort of oracle, to keep using as a channel to consult with the gods and to set direction for the Coven. Wow, fuck you, Pressa. Fuck her program in any case. I know Pressa personally, and she's very kind and helpful. But yes, no one wants the ghost of Adana to keep ruling over us. She has very few supporters, all among the eldest, but I wouldn't underestimate her. Pressa has this special mystical aura around her. Combined with her vast knowledge, she's sure to impress many voters during the campaign. Depending on how gruesome the race gets, we could scare over some of the most conservative witches into switching sides from Jasmine to Pressa. See, as long as we don't underestimate Pressa and keep her in check, it all should be fine though. Understood. Alright, are you ready for defining our program? Do you want to take a break? Now let's get this over with already. Alright, we'll go over every point, assess our options, make some choices, and when we have a first draft, we can review any aspect to iron out the program. It's okay to borrow some ideas and be fancy from your rivals, but try to make a program that's unique enough for you. Okay, first point is judgment. Right now this is where our rivals stand. Jasmine wants to form a quorum of the eldest, Dahlia wants to introduce judgment by referendum, Pressa wants to keep Adana's runic judgment. What type of judgment do you prefer? Maybe there's another option to manage the Coven, something fair but effective. What do you have in mind? To have a leadership that decides on everything without the community's input is problematic, but leaving all executive control in the hands of everyone will produce erratic results. I'm thinking of establishing some sort of ministries to compartmentalize power. Appoint experts in every matter to deal with law, exploration, magic development, resource management, culture, anything really. Set up as many ministries as necessary. All ministries would work along with the leader, but they would have the last word on their respective competences, since they would be the ideal person to make informed decisions about each issue. And how will these ministers be appointed? These positions rotate. What happens if someone more competent shows up? Is the minister replaced? I mean, it's really interesting on paper, and it'll be quite effective to have dedicated witches on every important matter. But this will probably breed many power struggles within the Coven, fighting for these positions or trying to earn the favor of certain ministers. I see. Not that the other options don't have downsides, I'm just pointing out what could go wrong with this idea. I think it's still worth giving it a shot if you like it. You're at the helm, I'm sure you'll run a tight ship and pull together an excellent team. I'll help you. Yeah, avoiding corruption in this scenario relies on having a capable leader. You are a capable leader. I think you're ready to deal with any kind of judgment system you decide to go with. So, having said that, what type of judgment do you prefer? Let's go with the ministry system. Gotcha. Now to law enforcement. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine will set up a system of warnings leading to expulsion. Dahlia advocates for an amicable agreement supported by the Arbiter Office. Pressa wants to keep exile as a punishment. What type of law enforcement do you prefer? I have trouble feeling towards punishment as a method of enforcing the law. It keeps law and order through fear, but we can't expect everyone to behave. Isn't there a way to make punishment constructive? Constructive how? Send back witches to detention to do some magical studies. Not that, but hey, that may be an idea. What about community service? Elaborate. Instead of expelling members or, God forbid, send them to exile, we could set up a system of assigning hours of community service depending on the severity of the infraction. Tending other witches' gardens, harvesting magic for the Coven, helping the explorers, whatever is needed, really. We could pull that off, yeah. I don't know if it'll look childish or weak in the eyes of some witches, but it'll benefit the community in the long run, definitely. Alright, what type of law enforcement do you prefer? Let's go community service. Understood. Next is forbidden arts. These are the stances of our competitors. Jasmine and Pressa want to continue banning whatever they deem dangerous. Dahlia wants to give free access to any kind of magic, but to enforce education so we all know what we're dealing with. How do you want to go about with dealing with forbidden arts? There must be some middle ground between banning and free access. Some summonings or spells can save lives. They can even protect us from major evils. There's so much to achieve with the careful application of some of the forbidden arts, so what about extending permits? Make it so a witch can apply to have access to certain spells or rituals, and if the Coven deems the applicant's purpose and aptitude appropriate, allow them to make use of them. That is an interesting compromise. You know more about forbidden arts than I do, so I'll go with whatever you think is best. How do you want to go about dealing with forbidden arts? Let's go with the permit system. Wonderful. Now onto mortal affairs. These sets our competitors? Jasmine says we should guide them, take care of them. Dahlia proposes cutting all ties. She believes that we shouldn't abuse our privilege. Cupressa wants to continue exploiting them for our benefit. What's your stance on mortal affairs? Jeez, why was it going so fast? What else can we do about our relationship with mortals? I don't know. If you want to propose an alternative for our program, it should be something drastically different. Some iteration of our rival's idea would feel uninspired, derivative. What about this? We reveal the existence of witches to mortals. Whoa, coming out strong. What's our angle? Whatever decision we make regarding mortals will be morally graced. They don't know about us. What I propose here is a simple concept. Truth. It'll definitely stir some chaos at the beginning, but in the end, wouldn't it be better if we develop a working relationship and make them aware of our capabilities? Let them ask directly for what they need? That is beautiful. Didn't you pay attention in school? Humanity's a troubled relationship with witches. They burned us for sport. They burned poor innocent women. What can they really do about the real deal? It's like revealing the existence of lions to a rabbit. They can hide and reject us, but in no way will they be able to hurt us. You're underestimating mortals' drive to destroy things, but sure, that can make our program look strong. We can spin a good angle from it. Prepare to be attacked in any debates, though. What's your stance on mortal affairs? So far, the Coven has been exploiting mortals under Adana's command. Maybe it's time we repay the service mortal societies have been verily offering us. That's a good angle, although taking care of them entails many responsibilities as well as needing time and resources. But giving up some of our Coven's momentum to charity. Not that this is necessarily bad, but something to bear in mind if we choose this option. I see. What's your stance on mortal affairs? Let's go with guiding mortals. Roger that. Let's talk about witch duties. These stances, Jasmine advocates for freedom and trust. Dahlia wants to institute a magical tax. Cupressa wants to keep Adana's quarterly controls. What are we going to do about witch duties? There must be another way to make our Coven stronger without abusing our members and without degrading the spirit of being a community. In all the years you spent in this Coven, what would you say has helped bring you your A game the most? Demand, inspiration, sharing resources? I know. Mentorship. My mentor, Yuana, has been a cornerstone of my development as a witch. Yuania, sorry. What do you say we institute a mentorship program? It's a great idea. Right now, one of the most pressing issues within our Coven is the power gap between novices and elders. It'll help tighten the relationship between different generations of witches, too. I like it. But this idea will be way better received among novices and elders. Old witches won't be really getting anything out of this deal, so it'll be a tough sell for the less charitable conservatives. Mentorship is something that requires a lot of time and work, so it'll get in the way of many of the elders' plans. You yourself will be forced to take on some apprentices. Think about what will that mean in your lifestyle. I see. What we're going to do about witch duties. Let's go with the mentorship program. Understood. And finally we have the issue what to do with Adana's corpse. These stances, Jasmine wants to devour her corpse. Dahlia wants to scatter her remains. Cupressa wants to conserve Adana's corpse to consult with her as a channel for the gods. What do you want to do with Adana's corpse? What if... No, that's too much. Spit it out. We'll brainstorm it here. A wild idea could lead to something interesting. What if only the leader gets to eat Adana? All by herself? What if you hoard Adana's power all to yourself, you're saying? Yes, become some sort of super leader. If it becomes a tradition, whoever is in charge will become more and more powerful with each generation, inheriting all the power of their predecessors. Working towards a godlike figure who can safeguard the Coven from any evil? That is dangerous. Not a lot of people will agree to this plan. But if you manage to pull it off, you become extremely fucking powerful. I don't want to imagine what would imply for your powers. You would rewrite reality itself if needed. I'll support you if that's what you want. What do you want to do with the Donna's corpse? Devouring the Donna's corpse is tempting. We'll all instantly become more powerful prepared to confront these times of change. Yes. Yes? No other remarks? Not that I mind welcoming more witches, but becoming more powerful will sure come in handy for my job. Yes, the debate. I'll support you no matter what you choose. Just bear in mind that advocating for devouring her will earn us sympathies of the conservatives and discomfort from the novices and vice versa. What do you want to do with the Donna's corpse? Maybe we should scatter her remains. I mean, power for the sake of power is a bit pointless, and allowing more women to ascend to become witches seems more appropriate. Open the gates to potentially double our size will definitely stir some chaos these times. But who cares? Also, there's power in numbers. Just bear in mind that advocating for scattering Donna's remains will earn us sympathies of the novices and discomfort from the elders. Why was it going so fast? Sorry, I'm trying to read this, and it keeps going too fast on me. Let's go with devouring a Donna. Let's review the program as a whole now. This program is unique enough. I believe we are offering an interesting option over the plans of our rivals. Are you happy with it? Would you like to change anything? I'm happy. Let's see. I'm happy with this program. Let's move on. Great, wonderful, fantastic. Now, take a minute to look at our program. Internalize it. Believe it. Make it yours. You are going to have to defend all these decisions in front of your rivals and the whole coven. But most importantly, I'm going to need you to sell the concept of it. And for that, we're going to need a slogan. Slogan? Finally something fun! It's been far away from me so far. You're really enjoying yourself behind that haughty pose, huh? You bet. What would you like to use as a slogan? Stronger together. Very simple, but it does the job. I don't know, it's what any coven should aspire to, isn't it? That's why we're in a coven to begin with? Yes, simple is good. Slogan is all about marketing and needs to sell the idea of a better future. Stronger and together are both quite desirable terms. Good choice. We're almost done. What else? We just need to start campaigning, right? Yes, and for that we need the ultimate, most classic form of propaganda. Poster. What for? It's not like there's any streets and space to plaster over my face. We'll send posters to everyone we know from inside and outside the coven. Try to have them set it in common spaces like temples or cosmic markets. That's not my style at all. That's why I'm here, to do all the nasty marketing you're too self-conscious to do. I just wanted this all to be over with. A few weeks, a couple months at max, and this will be but a memory. You've done 200 years of exile, I'm sure you can endure this. Okay, I give up. Just tell me what I do and I'll do it. I was thinking that your new cars have a lot of style. What do you say? Want to compose a poster yourself? Do you have a choice? Heh, not really. You're really talented. Let's just squeeze your artistic juices. What do you think? Pretty cool. You can never have too many stars on a political poster. Should I give it another try? No, it's good. I like it. It's powerful in a very unique way. If anything, it does a great job of capturing your essence. You should send this to a museum once the race is over. Shut up. Great, we're ready to win this race. Finally, honestly, I'm not really cut out for this. Yes, you are. They provided you with the means to make sure of it. Just my luck. Now, to the unavoidable question. Why don't you draw a card to make sure we win this thing? What? That would be cheating! Is it really? I'm sure the others are going to be using all of their skills to get ahead. You just happen to be overpowered, but that's life. I don't know. It doesn't come without risks, though. There's always a chance I draw a card that doesn't offer any favorable results to us. And once drawn, there's no going back. We can assure a victory, but we can also doom us and make all of our efforts futile. Right. Well, you know your deck better than anyone else. Our chances of winning through sheer effort are pretty decent, I'd say. But if you want to remove the anxiety from the competition by determining the outcome, I'm in. Alright, game on. Let's draw a card. It's always so thrilling. How this thrill pays off. Alright, this race is really nerve-wracking. More than running into your sister's death. Yes. Ouch. Running into the end was more like morbid curiosity, whereas this card is about to seal the outcome of many weeks of effort. You're right. I'm nervous too. Hit it. We will win. Our coven will become so powerful that our program will copy throughout many magical communities. Jackpot. It feels so weird to write my absolute victory. Just enjoy it, damn it. What now? We just wait, arms crossed, to have the leadership of the coven handed to us? Now you have fun. You can enjoy the campaign, knowing that no matter what you say or do, you will get to win. Fun, huh? I'll try. Since we know the outcome already, now it's all about the theatrics. I guess so. The feeling is similar to when I got to know my own end. It removes a lot of pressure from the very act of existing. We just play our part and wait to see the fireworks. Don't you like the feeling? I can see the appeal, now it's all a game. Right. I think I need to rest for a bit now. I'm gonna go home, take a bath, get my thoughts in order. When I come back, our next mission will be to form a team and start actually doing things. Okay, I'll be there. And this is the part where we apparently found more about Mentor. Please wait here. Eugenia will be here shortly. What is this? Am I dead? Don't worry, you're not dead at all. I should say a lot more, though. Why not? Protocol. This probably doesn't mean much to you, but you are extremely lucky. Eugenia is an exceptional witch. You couldn't be in better hands. What? Come again? Oops, I've said too much, but everything is going to be alright. I must go, just get comfortable. But, bye! Yeah, this is the part where we start learning more about what happened. I don't recognize those stars. Where the hell am I? Just get comfortable? My clothes are still wet. And how did this much sand get under my swimsuit? Shit, I still have the keys of the food truck on me. Hope Eva and Patricia managed to get back home okay. Oh, so warm. This feels nice. This place is actually super cool. I wonder if it'd be too expensive to rent for a nice getaway with those fools. Will I ever get to see my friends again? This place makes me want to read tarot. The air smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. It's a mix of nature, fate, and possibility? Gardy feels different too. Lighter. I feel like my mind is slowly shedding some dry husk and a fresh breeze is starting to blow through it. It's trembling. This isn't fear. It's excitement. Oh no. I feel like I never want to go home. And then you went here! I love you already. Eugenia looks really cool, not gonna lie. Whoa. Relax, I'm here to look after you. You are from Earth, right? Earthlings always have the worst time processing their ascension. Your collective subconscious is too cynical. Your society rejects magic with a strength unlike any other in this universe. Just let it sink in. This is something good, I promise. Dear. Very observant. My kin are what human call dear folk. Oh, and you are a human witch, by the way. Is this really happening? Yes, congratulations. You ascended. Please don't be afraid. I'm not afraid. This is the best day of my life. Everything is set to go. Election day has just been announced. We're merely 32 cycles away from it. We have everything we need, so let's get to work. The most critical point is, what do we do with this massive behemoth? Yeah, about what do we do with your sister's savior? What can we possibly do with the help of an almighty being older than time who's able to grant wishes? Can you make everyone vote for us? Yes. What are you willing to pay in exchange? No need for that. Fortuna is a wish granter herself at this point. She already wrote that we'll win the elections. Why bother doing anything then? I am compelled by some cosmic force. I see. We are sentient puppets at this point, aren't we, Fortuna? Would you like me to write you some free will? We have explored how well the deck fares against paradoxes. That's an interesting line of investigation. Let's focus on the task at hand, please. Oops, sure. What can a behemoth do for free? I can disguise myself as a familiar and deliver messages. I can harvest energy. I can spread rumors. Interesting. And I think that's about it if we don't want to draw too much attention to my powers. It's already more than I expected, so great. Happy to surpass your expectations, O dominant sister. Which grimoire clouds did you find this one in, Fortuna? Let's check the vibe of the Coven first. Programs have already been made public, so witches are starting to form their own ideas regarding this race. We can tap into the mind of the Coven with the Dream Ball. The Dream Ball allows us to get real-time readings on our community's desires and expectations. Hence, we can filter the current vote's intention. This will be the pivotal tool for adjusting our strategies as the race progresses. Yeah, they're showing that Dahlia is still kind of ahead in the full Coven-wise, just by a little bit. And then Jasmine, for me, and then Compressa. Every action performed in the actions of our opponents, of course, will affect the Coven's sympathies, and that'll be reflected in the Dream Ball. I added some menu runes to filter vote intention by demographic. Go ahead and browse through them. I encourage you to put some time into familiarizing yourself with the characteristics of each group. You not only need their votes, but you also plan on becoming their leader, so you better take responsibility and do some studying. Luckily for you, your sister is one of the Coven's archivists. I already wrote down a comprehensive demographic analysis for you. I took the liberty of placing it all in your library for when you have time to go down and do some reading. Whoa, thank you so much. I got you. Now about how we're going to operate. Fortuna, you won't be able to accomplish much by yourself out there, being exiled and all. We will act as your outside force, outside this room. So let us know what you want us to do and we'll set out to do so. It could be promoting some point of the program, looking for allies, gathering intel, harvesting some energy for your deck. Bear in mind that these tasks will take between 3 and 5 cycles each, so plan accordingly. Understood. But what will I do while you're all out? Do your homework, do some studying, make some cards, or jerk off to relieve the pressure. But Trish! What? It works, trust me. Always so gross. As our race progresses, you'll have to meet some prospective allies or even rivals here in this office. So don't worry, I don't think you'll get much idle time. Okay. Everyone ready? Any doubts? Let's conquer all. Well, rather than conquer, let's have our sisters put their trust in us. Yes, of course. It was a figure of speech. Okay, we can never be too safe with you. Oh, I almost forgot. I got something for you, Fortuna. Oh, personal growth stuff. Last year I spent a great deal of time cataloging the Coven's texts and treaties on objects of power. And there was one specific object that kept making me think of you. Here. The root of Amblob. Swallow it and it'll increase your powers of persuasion. Oh wow, thank you, Patrish. It'll live in your stomach for decades, liberating the very essence of willpower atom by atom. It'll also siphon away your self-doubt. It'll be especially handy for debates against other candidates, or for striking deals when dealing with visitors here at home. That's just perfect. Thank you so much. I got you covered. Let's get to work. Let's make sure we have all tasks together. Stay motivated. Alright, tasks. Alright, and that was the end of this episode 4 and everything. I hate the fact that the stupid recording did not stay together. So, hopefully, this worked out okay, even though I don't know why I was going so fast with this whole thing. I don't know, maybe my voice was going out. I don't freaking know. But yeah, no, so it's campaign time, everyone. So let's enjoy this wonderful, wonderful time of me trying to deal with politics. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.